Hi everyone, welcome to Veronica Huck. Today I have a new project for you. I'm going to show you how you can make your own bag. So this is going to be a super simple bag and I like to call it Happy Day. So to go with this I did a wallet-like little purse or for your makeup too. So it is in the same pattern as the bag, but I won't be showing you this today. I just wanted to remind you that this video already exists on my channel, so feel free to check that out. So we can now get to our big bag, and I will be using a particular type of wool today. So it's gonna be the Woolly Hugs NOBLY wool, and we are gonna need 2 spools to finish this bag. This is 74% wool and 26% silk, and it's very pretty and shimmers subtly if you look at it really carefully. So yeah, the main part of the bag I did in double thread, so that's why instead of using needle size 3mm, I used my needle size 6mm, and the part that goes on your shoulder or in your hand, so the handles, I did regularly with 1 thread, so then I used the needle size 3mm, so that way it stays the same. So yeah, apart from that, it's pretty much the same pattern all the way through. It just looks a bit bigger on the body and a bit smaller here on the top handle, if you like. So that's the difference you get between double thread and regular thread. So you see here our base, so the beginning of our bag, we did this a bit differently. So this was out of 20 chains, so that's how we started at, and let's measure the width. So we've got 28 centimeters wide, so out of these 250 grams or 2 spools, I had some wool left over, so this weighs a bit over 200 grams. So if you want it wider, you still have some wool for it, so do 2 or 4 chains more, but I personally like it this way with 20 chains. So I always test my projects before I do this, just to make sure that I know what I'm doing when I'm showing you. So yeah, feel free to let me know if I'm explaining this well, or maybe if I could improve in any way. I always love to hear feedback back from you guys. So especially if you're a beginner, feel free to let me know what you think. So yeah, I just wanted to let you know that these are tested out and they do in fact work. So anyway, this was all. We can get started now. I will use 2 colors this time, but apart from that, it's going to be the same bag like the one I showed you. So let's start with some chains. So let's do 24. So this one I'm making bigger to try to use the whole spool up, but this is up to you how wide or how big or long you want it. So I try to make it as loose as possible since that's much easier later, so don't do it tightly. And let's now do 1 chain for the height and now turn into the first chain. So there we will do 3 single crochets. So now we will do just 1 single crochet into each chain. I'm at the first chain, and I will do here 5 singles into this one, including the beginning threads, so that we don't have to weave them in later. So it looks something like this, and then again singles. So here we are. Here we now do 3 singles. So we did 3 in the last row and now 2, but into 2 chains. And we will do 1 less on the other side too in the same manner when we get there. So on the other side. So do 2 doubled into both chains, and then we will keep going with just 1 single crochet all the way to the other side, where we will do 3 but into 2, so a total number of 6 singles. 6 singles we do over 2 chains, so that you don't have to count, because you can always see where your end chains are. So let's get to that part, and when we finish that, so when you have that over, we will meet after that, so all the way back here, and then we will continue together. So here we are now. So I did 2 singles 2 times here, and now I will again do 2 times 2 singles so that I have a total of 3 additions in my piece. So now in the next spiral we will add 5 singles to each side, so a total of 10 additions in this row. Here the second, and you can see this line here. So in the next round I will be adding on this side over here, and we will be adding 3 times. And here we will also use these 5 chains that we have, and we will again do with 2 singles, and the rest in between we will do just 1 single. And when you do that, so when you finish that part, we will again meet at the end. So over here, when I do 3 times 2 singles. So here I am, let's do 3 times 2 singles. From now on, we will do 4 additions, so 2 times 2 singles. In between, we do just 1 single to the other side, so you can always see where your end is when you lay it down, and just everything in between with just 1 single per each single of their last row. So anyway, when you finish that, so when you've got that part done, we will again be meeting here where we again need to do 2 singles. So here we are, we have 5 times around the chains we originally did, so this is our base, and we have here the first 5 additions on this side, then we have the 3, and then at the end again the 5. And from now on, it's always going to be 4, so remember that. And for my bag this time, I did 6 rounds total, or last time, and this time I will do just 5. So you would just go around 1 more time. If you do that, make sure you add doubled singles, so you don't forget those, into 4 chains, so just like this. And what you're gonna do is gonna go from the back to the front. So yeah, I'll do it slowly so that you guys can follow as well, so make sure to check out the video if you're just listening to me. So here we are now, and that's what you get after this row. Here I am, so now we can continue with the upper part of our bag. So this is my last single. This ending, so let me find it. So this is what it will look like in the end. So now let's continue with the pattern. So we will start with 1 treble crochet. Now go through the second loop on our needle and pull the thread through, and repeat that 2 more times out of the next single to get 5 loops on your needle, and then you can just close it up. So let's repeat, follow me. And this way you go all around. So I won't close this up just yet, we have 2 more stars to do. So I should be going through here, the last loop, and that's what we do. And this way we can just continue on top of this. So the 5th loop of the first star always starts in the star from the last row, and that's how you always continue. So sometimes people get confused and something goes missing, or you have some extra room or something, which is not necessarily bad or makes any difference, but this is why I'm being so detailed, so that you have it easier and so that you don't get confused. So yeah, we're breaking it down to literally singular units, so to say. So you will barely see that we here had 4 loops instead of 5. The 4th always out of the smaller one, and the 5th out of the bigger loop. So that's the trick how to stay in track. So just keep going until you reach the desired height, and yeah, do as you like. And stay tuned for part 2.